Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga for Seniors. My name is Marin and today we're going to be focusing on flexibility and improving circulation and blood flow. So I have a couple tools with me today. I have a towel because we're going to have some poses where we're going to be on our knees. And then I have a couple yoga blocks, but a couple pillows would work just fine too if you don't have yoga blocks. So the towel is just if you feel like you need it to soften the knees a little bit, and that's where we're going to start first. We're going to go through these poses and then we'll do one flow so that you can do it real time with me. So let's get started. Getting on your towel, we're just going to place it gently under our knees, and we're going to get on all fours just like this. From here, you want to make sure both hands and wrists are directly below the shoulders, about shoulder width apart, and your knees are about hip width apart. Tuck your toes, so make sure your feet are like this, if you can. If not, this is okay, but typically this provides a little more stability. Make sure your shoulders are right over the wrists so that your hips are right over the knees and everything's equal and in balance. From here, you want to inhale, looking up towards the sky. We're going to drop the navel to the ground and lift that tailbone as we do. This is called the cow pose. Nice big inhale through the nose, and then when we exhale through the mouth, we're going to tuck our tailbone in this time, rounding out our back, hollowing out the belly, dropping our head in between our shoulders and pushing away from the ground into cat pose. So let's do that a couple times. Inhale. Drop that navel, cow pose, look up towards the sky. Exhale, drop your head, round out your back and push away, cat pose. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat. This is really good for releasing stress, stimulating the central nervous system, and improving blood flow and circulation. From here, we're going to take a nice big inhale, then we're going to push back into what's called child's pose. So what's happening here with my feet is now I'm dropping my toes onto the ground, pushing myself back so that I'm starting to sit my glutes down onto my heels. And if I can, I'm going to reach out, keeping my arms extended, palms pressed firmly into the floor, and dropping my forehead gently to the ground. Now, if this is a little too much of a stretch for you, this is where the blocks come in place. We're going to take one of these blocks and tuck it right underneath your butt and your heels. And this is going to give you some leverage so that you can come here into child's pose. If you can't reach your forehead all the way to the ground, that's fine. Just put it in a neutral position and continue to press your palms into the floor. Have those shoulders rolled back and down. This should be a very relaxing pose here. From here, we're going to come up, take that block off. We're going to switch to the other side. We can remove that towel if we need to. And we're going to try to sit nice and upright. All I want you to do is place both hands on either side of your hips and push your torso upright, keeping both hips and glutes on the ground, feet extended in front of you. If this is tough, then we're going to stick a block right underneath our butt, and this will help us get nice and upright. If you can, from here, we can walk our hands forward, keeping our shoulders back and down, nice and upright position. Just slowly walk it forward, kind of reaching for those toes. This is seated forward bend. After we get done with our seated forward bend, we're going to place the bottoms of our feet together and pull it in towards our groin. And so we're making a diamond shape here in bound angle pose. So bound angle, if you need help here, again, you can take your yoga blocks or your pillows and stick them right underneath your knees, because you really want to focus on just opening those hips. But if you feel like you're having a hard time keeping those knees in a position where it's comfortable, then it's important to place some pillows or blocks in a place where it can help support those knees. So from here, we're just going to gently grab our ankles or our shins and pull our torso nice and upright. Take a nice inhale as you do that, and then I like to exhale as I relax. So then again, inhale as we pull forward, exhale as we relax. And then if you feel like it, I would recommend doing another seated forward bend or just sitting forward with your legs extended for a few breaths. So let's go ahead and try that in a full flow together, and then we can do this real time. So starting off with your hands on your knees, or on your hands and knees, toes tucked. Let's do a few cat-cow. Nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. Inhale, look up, drop that navel. Exhale,
push away, round out that back.
One more time, inhale, and
Exhale.
if you need to, put your yoga block right behind you and push back into child's pose. Dropping that head in a neutral position. Nice big breath here. From here, we're going to switch sides. Just going to drop that block. Nice extension. And sit up nice and tall. Push yourself into it if you can. And start walking down if you can. A few deep breaths here. Now let's go ahead and move into bound angle. Bottoms of your feet together, form a nice diamond. If you need the blocks, go ahead and place them under. Hold onto your shins or ankles. Ready? Let's go ahead and inhale, pull forward. Nice and upright position. Exhale, relax. 2 more breaths. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, relax. Last one. And let's go ahead and end with a nice seated forward bend or just extension here. You can reach forward. If you feel like you get more benefit out of pushing your torso towards that's towards your legs, that's totally fine too. So what I recommend for this routine is I would recommend sitting in each pose for as long as you feel like you can in a relaxed state. Something like the bound angle or the seated forward bend might be a little bit more uncomfortable, but you're stretching your flexibility, improving that circulation. Just know that you're breaking up a lot of scar tissue and doing a lot of benefit for your body, but you also want to make sure that you're doing this in a comfortable place, so you shouldn't feel any sharp pains or anything excruciating. It might be slightly uncomfortable, but at the same time, you should be able to relax and breathe into it. So I recommend going through that cycle 3 to 5 times. So when you end here in this seated forward bend, then go back on your hands and knees and